Hi guys, today we'll show you how to service front brakes in a 2020 Toyota RAV4. We will show you how to replace the brake pads and the rotors. When you work on the front left wheel, you have to block the rear right. When you have partially lifted the vehicle, you have to loosen the lug nuts. Jack stands need to be put between these two marks. This surface right here. When you leave the vehicle, you have to make sure that the surface is flat and stable. Right now we'll use the 14mm socket to remove two caliper bolts.
So another wrench is 17 to hold the nut.
To push in the piston, we'll have to use this wooden block and the spreading tool.
Okay guys, as you see, the pads in perfectly good condition, about 90% left on both sides. So when you going to replace it with new parts, as you see, new parts comes without hardware, without this metal plates. So when you order it, remember, you need pads itself and hardware as well. The part number for pads here. So when you replacing the hardware, always use a new one. So this is new condition. We'll clean it only and put everything back. And the next thing that you have to check the condition of these boots. So they brand new, but if they old enough, they will develop the cracks and probably start to show sign of silicone. If it happened, you have to replace the boots and silicone inside these boots as well. And this is hardware that we will clean later. The next step, we will remove two bolts that hold in the bracket. So socket number 17. As you see, there is no thread lock at all. No thread lock. And this is bracket. So now about rotors. So if they stuck or old enough, you may need the screw to remove the rotor. In this case, I think we could remove it without any screw. Okay. To remove the rotors, you need to use screw. So as you see, rotor in good condition, so we had no vibration from this rotor, and when you replace the pads, of course you have to check the thickness. When rotor does not vibrate and have proper thickness, you do not have to replace it, so replaced only pads. Let's put everything back. So for now we will clean hardware. So I think it's completely enough. So I have only one comment about this piston. So this rubber boot actually shows sign of leakage. Low, slow, very little leakage. But it could be just silicone that was applied to avoid excessive noise during the braking. And as you can see, there is sign of corrosion as well inside. So there is nothing to be afraid of yet, because I see only wet surface and no leak, no real leakage. So that is why we will leave everything like that, and we will keep an eye on this area in the future service to check it for possible leakage later. We strongly recommend to use torque wrench. So it's not enough room here, that is why I will use extension. One more time, there is no sign of thread lock at all. So now you have to take your 17. So let's check the movement of the caliper. As you see, it's moving freely. That's what we are looking for. And another thing, you have to check for leak in this area. When it's union bolt, the bleeder bolt, every hose, brake hose up to this point. So it should be dry. And that is why we recommend do this inspection or brake job when the dry weather is outside. Then you could clearly see for any possible leaks in this area. So here, here and there. Union, bleeder and another union. Another comment about this splash guard plate. When you're working on the brakes, you may by accident bend it, and when it's touching the rotor, it might produce the noise. So when you finish everything, just keep an eye on this gap. It should be clear gap, and check if it's touching the rotor in this area or on the top. So another thing that could be broken, this is cable, goes to the ABS system. So keep an eye on this cable, it should be intact as well. Check if it loose, like that. So car still in the air, but wheel touching ground. Now I will use torque wrench.
After you're done working with brakes, make sure to depress the brake pedal multiple times. Until the pedal is firm.